Hello, everyone, and welcome to the One Marketing Thing podcast. Today's topic, check this out, exploring the pineapple on pizza approach to optimizing video marketing. Hello again, everyone. I'm your host, Antoinette Blake, and you're watching the One Marketing Thing podcast. And we started this podcast because we wanted to provide expert advice from those that have been in the business for decades. And we have an expert today, Hassam Kermani, and he's going to be discussing exploring the pineapple on pizza approach to optimizing video marketing. It's another fancy way of just saying thinking outside the box, or perhaps your choice of pizza. Hassam, welcome to the One Marketing Thing podcast.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
Well, I appreciate you being here, and I'm very interested in talking about the pineapple on pizza approach because, as a performance digital marketer with expertise in video marketing, I'm sure you know some secrets and some gems on how to optimize the video campaign because we're very visual, so we love to see bright and shiny objects, and we're going to think outside the box, similar to pizza on a pineapple or pineapple on pizza. I don't know. I never understood that concept. So help us embrace these creative
Sure.
ideas.
Yeah, absolutely. First,
But
being absolutely
before
go
we
ahead.
begin, I want you to tell us a little bit more about yourself and your journey thus far.
For sure, absolutely. So I'm Hassam Kermani. I graduated from Arizona State University in digital audience strategy. Um, my master's is in that, and my bachelor's was in communications. So with that being said, coming from the TV industry and video production background, and noticing changes within the industry, got into the realm and world of the digital marketing. It was in 2015 and 16 that I kind of noticed the changes by looking into YouTube and Facebook, providing a lot of data with respect to the audience behavior, uh, data that you could get from the views and like the brutal reality, frankly, rather just because, let's face it, prior to that, we were just guessing and estimating the audience's behavior. And now we are seeing how they're reacting towards our content. Like 75% of them are just skipping the item, the video in the first like 5-10 seconds. And that was just brutal, right? Given the costly price tag for those kind of video content. And then that really made me thinking that we have to kind of focus on having that kind of a data first approach and like move more towards the video marketing, and then with that, based on the audience's needs and of course the client's demands, expand on the digital marketing. So that's me in a nutshell. Right now, we're providing video marketing services with the emphasis of digital marketing, and having that kind of a cohesive approach to the clients, businesses, and enterprises that we work with. And we're trying to, as mentioned, think outside the box, apply the industry's best practices, and see how we're able to optimize the results that we've been getting by implementing like different approaches and like trying to think a little bit outside the box.
So let me ask you a question. Since what do you say, about 2015, 2016, what significant changes have you noticed with, people and how they're consuming video?
Absolutely. I feel like one important element is just, motion pictures. So, meaning that if you recall, like, for instance, Instagram started initially with just having a, photo album platform. Like, we were just posting photos. We didn't even have that kind of capability to post video. Whereas to this day, like, we are seeing this platform is just changing its presence as a like introducing itself as a video platform,
Mm-hmm.
similar to that, like again other platforms like TikTok, Snapchat, and like again Facebook and YouTube changing and trying to keep up with those kind of changes within the platform by introducing shorts, reels, and the like. So everything is really moving towards that, and like we were saying, like more than before, that if you really want to kind of get a better grab the attention of your audience, you better uh, level up your game with the video, and that is one thing that is quite vivid, and like you cannot deny that. And of course, with the very recent changes, the AI, the changes that we are seeing, with respect to creating the content, like again how smoother this is
Mm-hmm.
became. Be it from the copywriting perspective, be it from the editing perspective. Right now, we are seeing the Photoshop beta, or like again the things that we can do right now with the audio, and even video is kind of at the earliest stages. So these are like things that we are seeing right now.
And some, some people, we're on the fence because this is new technology for many of us digital marketers, with the artificial intelligence. How would you say that, to grab them, you got to grab your audience right away, right? You got to hook them and book them. What is it that you suggest when businesses or digital marketers are trying to capture the attention of their audience? What's the first thing? Should it be something bright and shiny, or more laid back and quiet? I mean, where are our interests lying? I mean, are we, I don't even know how to say, are we leaning back or are we leaning in to,
Yeah, that's a
AI?
million-dollar question. Exactly. Well, first and foremost, like let's just be clear. Like AI here is here to stay. So we better to deal with it, and like again know how to use it and how to, implement that properly into our approaches, strategies, and the like. One thing I was reading is, especially like for marketers, when it comes to copywriting, we better not overuse the AI. So, at the end of the day, like later on, I feel like, all the, copies and like contents will be quite similar. Here's the other aspect. I still firmly believe in show, don't tell. So just, instead of, focusing heavily on the copy, like you just like bring it to life by, having it into a video and turn it into, that kind of a content. Because at the end of the day, audience will prefer that. This is this is a fact. And the other aspect is, you had another, like the other part of your question is regarding to how we are able to implement into our approaches and into our strategies. So the million-dollar question is how we can kind of have that kind of a hook. And of course, industry by industry is different, and like
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
we always have to have that kind of a test and learn approach. But on the other side is really important to uh, you know don't miss out of the fact that you need to be genuine. Just
Mm.
be you, and like really really connect the way that you've been connecting with your audience. Not saying that repeating the same mistake as before, but no, just how you have you have an idea of your audience persona, and you have your own sort of personality, be it with respect to your brand, be it with respect to your company, and I didn't like brand identity and the like. Just try to just connect through that
Mhm.
and build that kind of a identity and assure that and deliver that to your audience. Definitely, don't be afraid of just trying new things. But of course, like be upfront about the data that you're getting. Like see if the results that you're getting are consistent with respect to the improvements. If you're like again being like trying to be adventurous and like come up like throughout the like different type of content that you wouldn't usually do, and like this time you get a good amount of like engagement or like visits or
Mhm.
likes, right? See if you're doing it the next time or the next time after you're getting the similar results, and like if the data shows yes, that shows the improvements, perfect. So you know that like you've improved your audience persona, so your audience are the ones that they have that kind of a likes towards that those types of content. And if not, so you have an idea of like
Mhm.
every now and then maybe having that kind of a content will boost your engagement.
So thinking outside the box, like the pizza, the pineapple on the pizza approach, because we can get old, we can get stale, we can be thinking the same thing over and over again. So now, with the invent of AI and more visual content, we have to step outside the box, think of something else that might work better, and use those analytics to show, right?
For sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. Right now, more than ever, like I guess data is king, and more than ever, our approach needs to be, heavily focused on data and the behavior that we get from the audience. And by the way, like saying that, that we don't really need to be a data scientist to, get an idea of our audience's approach or just the success of a content, right?
Right.
We can just simply skim through the last or latest uh, contents or posts and see how they've been performing within the eyes of our audience.
So what are your thoughts now on, the use of the quick reels and the stories and the TikTok? I had some people that are of a particular generation saying, well, that's not where my target audience is, or that's not my demographic. But that is not true. I mean, everybody is sharing content, so you have to be right. Shouldn't you at
Yeah,
least
yeah.
experiment with that?
A very good point. First, let's just acknowledge the fact that um, all the platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of these are prioritizing these forms of content.
Mhm.
Even Twitter, with the recent changes, they are like rewarding the accounts that they keep the audience the longest on the platform by showing those kind of contents a lot more to the kind of more eyeballs, meaning that um, yeah, you might not be a big fan of like video or reels or things like that, and you might be shy, you might be not comfortable, or you might find your audience not at that place. Sure, there are like other platforms, so not all the audience are on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, even though they might be having them on their phones or
Right.
computers. But try to see where you can connect the best with your audience, and again, that falls into that kind of a test and learn approach. So you're starting off with the maybe cross posting on multiple channels and seeing how they're performing, and then with that you're able to get a better idea of where to find them or like how they're performing, and then again you repeat, and the more data you get from those kind of experiences, the better decision you can come up with respect to your strategy or just meeting and achieving your goals.
Okay. And I want to go back to something you said about being genuine and authentic. And oftentimes people are afraid to be genuine and authentic
Mhm.
selves on social. Do you have any tips to help people that might be afraid of the camera or the video?
um I guess like it's really hard to keep up with the crowd, especially when we are in the pool of like many contents, and
Uh-huh.
seeing a lot of content creators, influencers, and the like are just posting things on a daily basis, and we think of it as a just they're especially like the big ones, right? The big fishes,
Mm-hmm,
they're
mm-hmm.
doing them all by themselves, but no, it's not the reality. But on the other side, um, one thing is that usually kind of stops us from doing things, and I guess it is accurate in like many different fields and cases. We are usually perfectionists.
Mm.
So stop being a perfectionist. Just try it even scared and like with the lowest type of quality. I recall like there was a time that uh, you know a good friend started working on like again video creating contents, and another friend was just saying like, hey Hassam, just help him out, like what was that kind of content, it was just poor and that and that. I was like, let him explore, let him experience, and see how he's improving. And that was really the case. Right now
Mhm.
he's actually doing quite good quality, creating good quality content, and this is really the result. Like you try and learn from those mistakes, and apply those learning experiences into your new projects, and don't afraid of making a mistake. Try not to repeat them.
That's great advice. I mean, do it scared, right? You have to do it scared. And with practice, it comes, you'll never be perfect. But
Sure.
again, I love that. I love to. So, what else advice before I let you go would you like to leave? Okay, so someone that, is a new digital marketer, or he and she, or even no, let me go back. A digital, someone that's in marketing, and again, all this is new to them. The digital field is new to them, and they're only doing content. Start small, but get started, right? Get
Sure.
out there and use your, because everyone has camera on a smartphone, right? Video on the smartphone.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I guess consistency is the key,
There you go.
right? So, and not really giving any advice, as I feel like, these are like, common knowledge. Like,
Right, right.
if we know things, like, if we know things and we follow those things that we know, we would be in a better
Right.
shape and position. Um, yeah, consistency is the key. Like, do things in a, uh, you know, uh, manner that you're not tired of doing them. Like it might be difficult at the beginning or
Hmm.
those early stages, but if you keep on doing it, you'd be learning a lot within that process. Be it with respect to the content creation, be it with respect to SEO, be it with
Hmm.
respect to like ad campaign and all the other aspects. And we are in the world that we're living in a world that like we have access to a lot of good stuff, right? We didn't really have that maybe 10-15 years ago.
Hmm.
Not even 10-15 years ago, a year ago, we didn't even have ChatGPT like in
Right.
that fashion, right? It's not even a year, like maybe like 6-7 months ago.
Yeah, right.
Looking into all of these changes, like trying to take advantage of these things, and be open to changes. um I guess not getting used to things, and like trying to stay away from our comfort zone is
Hmm.
another aspect. Other than that, just believe in what you do and keep on doing it. You'd be getting, and like again, on the other side, like set a goal for yourself. Make sure you follow that kind of a smart goal, and then see where you at the end of like that kind of a time period, and try to adjust and keep on going with that kind of a
Awesome. Awesome.
consistency.
Like you said, consistency is key. And I love that. So stepping out of that box, exploring the pineapple on the pizza. You've never tried it before, but you tried, just might like it. So that is great. Thank you, Hassam, so very
With
much.
pleasure.
you're a wonderful guest, and I could probably talk to you a little bit more about AI, but that's a different story for a different day. But if you have any questions for Hassam, make sure you send an email to editor@passionatemarketers.com. So we want to thank our sponsor, Propel. They are a unique automation review tool, right? They will help you take your small business visitors and turn them into customers. Hassam, thank you so very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, and have a great day.